In this video, I will demonstrate on how attackers can actually bypass two-factor authentication as to raise awareness about cybersecurity threats. Now, just before we begin, this video is strictly for educational and ethical purposes only. I do not promote, condone, or support any illegal activities. This information is intended to help viewers improve their security and protect themselves from real-world cyber threats. Now we're going to first update. So apt-get update sudo apt-get updates. We're going to hit enter and the password. So before we begin the installation of Evilginx, it's better we update the package sources because we might have problem over time. Alright, so the next thing what we're going to need to do is type sudo apt-get install and then the Evilginx. This is the tool that we're going to use to bypass multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, and we're gonna be using a token to do that. So obviously it's gonna be done with the Evilginx, which is going to capture that. So Evilginx 2-y, we're gonna hit enter now. So it should begin the installation. So until that finishes, I'm just gonna pause the video and get back to it when the installation is done. Alright, so now that I'm here, finished installing on Evilginx, next thing we're going to need to do would be download Fishlets. Obviously, I'm going to open up the default browser of Cal Linux, which is Firefox. Just gonna resize the window here. I'm just gonna clear out the history, and over here for Evilginx Fishlets, and at last I'm gonna put GitHub. Then I'm gonna hit enter. So over here, as you can see, we need this one. Oh, not that one. We need this one. So this one actually has a flashlight, but just one. We're not gonna just look for that. We're not just gonna use one flashlight. So we want multiple to try out. But here in this video, I'm just gonna try it with Microsoft. I'm just gonna click on this code button and then click on this icon. Once that is copied, I'm going to type git clone and then paste it. So we're done with that. So over here, as you can see, when ls, I got the Fishlets. So Evilginx 2-p for the option of Fishlets, and then the folder itself. After that, we're going to type developer. So let's see if it initiates the Fishlets. Obviously it did not. I'm just gonna now, this time, get inside the one directory more. So I'm just gonna navigate to Fishlets with the tab, and I'm gonna hit enter. Obviously it now loaded up. So let's see if we got any errors. Nothing. So first of all, we're gonna have to set the domain, right, and the IPv4. So IPv4 is going to be the IPv4 address of Cal Linux itself. So remember when okay, so I'm just gonna scroll up. Okay, it's too much over there. So over here, as you can see, what I did was put the -developer at last as the argument. So we do this if you want to actually test the Evilginx locally. All right. So if you don't want to do that, you're gonna have to use VPS basically. So which makes it more easier to use Evilginx directly without the developer option. So you're gonna have to configure some things differently. So here, what I'm gonna do is with the developer being enabled. So I'm just gonna type fish fishlets, and then Microsoft. So this is the fishlet I'm going to be using. As you can see, the status is disabled. Okay, so we're just going to give it a host name, right? So before that, we're going to have to config. So config domain, and over here, you can give any domain you want. So I'm just going to give it tester.dev, and I'm going to hit enter. Same thing for IPv4, but we're going to be checking out the IPv4 with the ifconfig command. So I'm just going to close that, minimize that, sorry. And over here, let's have ifconfig. As you can see over here, we got this. And then over here, we're just going to paste it by typing config IPv4, paste it. Alright, now hit enter. As you can see, both are now set, the domain, which is tester.dev, and the IPv4. Okay, so with both of them being set, now here's the thing. This, as you can see over here, you're gonna copy that, and then fishlets host name followed by the phishing page that we want to use, so which is Microsoft in my case, and with the host name being tester.dev, the domain itself. Now we're going to hit enter. As you can see, it is now set. So tester, which is the host name, tester.dev, and the fishlets, which we are going to use as a Microsoft. So over here, I'm going to type fishlets, and then enable this fishlet now. So fishlets enable Microsoft. Okay, so yeah, I made a spelling mistake there. So just hit enter like this. We're done enabling it. As you can see, it's now enabled. The only thing left to do now would be fishlets get dash host Microsoft. These are the things that we need to copy and then get to, obviously, we're gonna get to, so mousepad / etc, and here we're gonna type host. We're gonna edit the host file. So as you can see over here below Kelly, we're gonna paste all of that. Alright, just for your convenience, you can space them. Alright. Okay, so I did not actually mousepad it with sudo. So I'm just gonna put sudo this time because we need the permission to change the file. I'm gonna paste it just as before. I'm just gonna give them some space just to align them together in the same line. So in the yeah, obviously. So I'm just gonna save it now. All of that being done, I've checked it properly. I'm gonna close it. Next. So over here, now that it's done, I'm just gonna create lurs. So create lurs. Okay, lurs create. So I hope I'm not forgetting anything here. Lurs create Microsoft, the name of the fishlets. So as you can see, we have the path over here, which is this. So for the URL, get dash URL 0, which is the ID, okay? And here I should not be doing that, instead it should be dash. Hit enter. So copy this address. We're gonna see if our phishing page is working. So as you can see the potential risks that is telling me. Now here, in order to solve this problem, what you can do would be basically just get to your settings, privacy, and then certificates. Okay, so when you're there in the authorities, import. Alright, I'm just gonna open up another terminal here. So here, as you can see when I type ls-a, there is the Evilginx folder. So we're just gonna copy what is inside Evilginx folder. Okay, Evilginx folder, and inside here we should have, okay, just a minute, cd. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Now here, as you can see, we have the search. So we're just gonna copy that folder. Yeah, we're just gonna copy that CRT folder, just doing -r at the front, and then copy it outside of this folder. So when I go back, we have the search, I believe. Here we have it, and I'm just gonna open it, click on it, and then trust it by checking both, and click on OK. Now, when we refresh it, it should actually not give us the warning anymore. So as you can see, we've successfully managed to do that. So here's the thing. As you can see, when we get to the phishing page URL, it is detected. It says, yeah, it's already detecting it. So when inside this phishing page, when a user actually puts up the credentials, all right. So basically, when I do this, let me show it to you on a Windows machine. So should not give me an issue with that. Okay, so let's say a target was given a link, and I'm just gonna get to private browser just for the convenience again. Here I'm just gonna paste it. Okay, so the target goes to the link, and then when it gets into it, what happens is it's gonna be taken to the sign-in page for Microsoft. So obviously this doesn't look suspicious or anything like that. It's literally Microsoft that you're giving the credentials into. That is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna give in the credentials here. So let's say the target is giving up his credentials. So credentials from my Microsoft. So I'm just gonna paste it, and I'm gonna click on next. And well, I'm just gonna use the password instead. I'm just gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it here. Sign in. So obviously I have two-factor authentication, but yeah, the passwords, as you can see, but just let me given the access from my phone. I'm just gonna approve that. As you can see. So just gonna click on yes. So now that being done, alright, so we have gained these tokens over here, and on the attacker side you can see that we've actually successfully managed to capture both the password and the username. So over here, as you can see, this is the username and this is the password. But that wasn't just what we captured. As you can see, it states that the tokens has been intercepted, which means we have got the session, basically the cookies, and through that we should be able to bypass the two-factor authentication. So I'm going to show you here how we can do that. So basically, so I'm here on my Windows. Let's say I'm the attacker and I have this edit this cookie extension. So I'm going to use this to gain access. So obviously I'm going to get to login.microsoft. Alright, so we have the session, so I'm just checking it out. So okay, so where was it? Login.microsoftonline.com. So see what happens here. Let's see. Login.microsoftonline.com, and the sessions that we have captured will be shown with sessions command. So we have the session which was captured on number 2. So sessions 2. So this should be the cookie that we're going to be pasting out. So as you can see over here. So okay, let me go more below. Does it ever end? Okay, so I'm just gonna copy it from the below, so it should make it faster. I'm gonna copy it, and then on the edits, so I'm just gonna import a cookie. So I pasted all of that, whatever we copied from the session. So now that it's done, I'm just gonna give it a refresh, and once since we already have the password and the username, which is, I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna paste it here. So if you notice it, it's just asking us for the password, not for two-factor authentication on the attacker side. So here we're being the attacker, and when I click yes, as you can see, we have successfully managed to bypass the two-factor authentication over here, if you would be able to see it. So we are inside the account itself. As you can see, when I get to my email, it should land me out there in the email itself. So I'm just going to paste the same password. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to copy the email, paste it, next. Alright, so it didn't even ask me for the password. So as on the attacker side, I'm already here accessing the victim's email. So the target's email is over here, displaying blatantly. So you can do anything from here on now. You can read the email and read for OTP if you wanted to bypass more accounts with the help of this account that you've already gained full control of. Now I'm just briefly showing you what the attacker can do once he has gained access to the account of someone. Let's say it's the Microsoft that I'm using right now. So I'm just doing it for educational purposes. Alright, so as you can already see, so we've successfully managed to perform way more damage than what a normal attack could have been, just a normal phishing page. So here's the difference itself. So now I don't know if you can actually port forward this local URL. I mean, when you see it here, so this is the local URL, which is the phishing page running locally. So I don't know if you can port forward that, but if you can, that is even more easier. But if you really want to run the Evilginx and initiate the attack practically, you would need the VPS server. That would make it easier to install instead of all the hassle that you might be going through and trying to port forward it. So that's it for this video. I hope it helped you understand the concepts better. If you found this useful, Do not forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss out future content on cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.